I divorced my wife after she cheated during our honeymoon in the worst way possible. I should probably feel worse than I do. That's what people keep telling me, anyway. Oh my god, dude, that's awful. I can't even imagine. You must be devastated. Yeah. Well, I'm not. Not in the way they expect. I mean, sure, finding out your wife cheated on you during your goddamn honeymoon isn't exactly a feel-good moment. It's not like I popped a bottle of champagne and toasted to my newfound freedom. But at the same time, I wasn't sitting in a dark room with a bottle of whiskey and a sad playlist, either. Mostly, I just felt embarrassed. Like, really? 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks into marriage, and she was already bored? I didn't even get a chance to screw up yet. And then, there was the logistical nightmare. Because you don't just walk out when you're on a tropical island with all your money tied up in non-refundable romance packages. Nope. You gotta sit with it. Sleep in the same room. Wake up and see the person who just casually blew up your entire life order pancakes like it's a normal Tuesday. That's what got me the most, I think. The normalcy of it. I wasn't expecting her to grovel or cry or even act particularly guilty. But she didn't even try to be creative with her excuses. No elaborate lies, no desperate attempts to gaslight me into thinking I imagined the whole thing. Just this half-assed, I don't know, it just happened. Like she forgot her umbrella at a restaurant or something. Like she tripped and landed on some guy's dick. The funniest part? I found out completely by accident. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't paranoid. Hell, I wasn't even particularly concerned about anything. I was just trying to order a damn drink at the hotel bar, and the bartender, this guy who had zero stakes in my life, just casually mentions how my wife was there last night, getting real cozy with some dude. At first, I thought he had the wrong person. I actually laughed. Like, nah man, you're confused. But the second he described the guy, a blonde, too tan, too muscular douchebag in a linen shirt, I knew. Because I had seen the guy. He was one of those loud, charming types, always standing too close, laughing a little too hard, the kind of guy you instinctively hate the second you see him. And I hate being right. So what did I do? Did I storm up to our room, confront her, cause a scene? Nope. I just sat there, finished my drink, and thought about how fucking stupid this whole thing was. About how I spent months planning this wedding, agonizing over seating charts and floral arrangements, and making sure her goddamn second cousin got a vegan meal. For what? I didn't even confront her right away. I went back to the room, took a shower, sat on the edge of the bed, and just waited. Not because I was scared. Not because I didn't know what to say. But because I wanted to see how long she'd pretend everything was fine. Turns out, she's a pro. She came back all smiles, talking about some couple she met at the beach, how we should have dinner with them. Just full on playing the role. And I let her. I nodded, made small talk, acted like I didn't know a damn thing. I wanted to see how deep she'd dig the hole. But eventually I got bored. So I just asked straight up, like I was asking if she remembered to pack the sunscreen. So how was your night? And boom. That half-second flicker in her expression. Barely anything, but I caught it. That's all I needed. She tried to play dumb at first. Then, when it was obvious that wasn't going to work, she went straight to damage control. I swear, it was almost impressive. She wasn't even sorry. Not really. More like annoyed that she got caught. Like I was the asshole for ruining our trip by finding out. So I left. Not the country, obviously. I wasn't about to spend a fortune on a last-minute flight. But I moved to a different hotel. Took a cab across the island, booked a shitty room at some rundown place with a broken AC and a shower that barely dripped water. But it was mine. And it was away from her. I told her I was filing for divorce the next morning. She didn't fight it, didn't beg, didn't try to convince me to stay, just nodded like, yeah, that makes sense. And honestly, that hurt more than the cheating. Not because I wanted her to fight for me, God no, but because it confirmed what I was already starting to realize. She never really cared. I was just the guy who checked the right boxes. Stable, reliable, good on paper. Someone who could give her the wedding she wanted, the life she pictured. But the second reality set in. The second she realized marriage wasn't just a fancy party and a honeymoon in paradise, she was already looking for the exit. So yeah, that's the story of how I became the guy with the quickest divorce in history. 2 weeks in, and I was already out. No long, dramatic fights. No months of trying to work through it. Just done. And you know what? I don't even regret it. I regret wasting time, sure. Regret spending thousands of dollars on a wedding that ended up being nothing but a really expensive joke. But I don't regret walking away. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather be alone than be with someone who made me feel like I was disposable. And that's the only real lesson I got out of this whole mess. You'd think getting divorced 2 weeks into marriage would come with some kind of intense emotional breakdown, or, I don't know, some life-altering epiphany. Nope. It's mostly paperwork and awkward conversations. A lot of, wait, seriously? When people ask how married life is going. A lot of explaining that, yes, it really happened that fast. A lot of sitting on hold with my bank, because canceling joint accounts is apparently a multi-step process designed to make you regret ever sharing money with another person. It's boring. Messy, but boring. I flew home alone, which felt about right. The airline gave me shit about changing the ticket last minute, but after some back and forth, I ended up in a middle seat between a woman who chewed gum like it was a competition and some guy who smelled like onion rings. Fitting. By the time I landed, I was exhausted, but not in the way people expect. I wasn't heartbroken. Just drained. Like when you finish a shift at a job you hate and know you have to come back tomorrow. Except, tomorrow was the rest of my life, apparently. I went back to the apartment, our apartment. I wasn't sure if she'd be there, or if she'd already taken off to stay with friends. Part of me hoped she had. I wasn't in the mood for another conversation. But of course, she was there. Sitting on the couch, scrolling her phone, looking way too normal for someone who had just ruined a marriage. Didn't think you'd be back so soon, she said, like I had just gone out for milk. I ignored her, went straight to the bedroom, grabbed a suitcase, and started throwing my stuff in. I could feel her watching me from the doorway. You don't have to leave. That almost made me laugh. Yeah, I do. And that was that. No fight, no yelling. She just stepped out of the way, and I walked out. I crashed at my friend Eric's place for a few nights. He was weird about it, trying to tiptoe around the whole thing like I was going to start sobbing into my beer if he said the wrong thing. Eventually, he gave up and just asked the question I could tell had been sitting on his tongue since I walked through his door. Dude, do you even care? And that was the thing. I didn't know how to answer. Did I care that my wife cheated? Yeah, obviously. Did I care in the way people thought I should? Probably not. I wasn't crying, wasn't spiraling, wasn't swearing off relationships forever. I just wanted to move on as fast as possible and pretend the whole thing was a really bad purchase I couldn't get a refund for. But people expect a reaction. They need it to make sense. So I just shrugged and said, not enough to lose sleep over. Eric didn't like that answer. He gave me this look, like he wanted to shake some emotion out of me, but he let it go. A week later, I signed the divorce papers. She signed them too, no hesitation, no drama. Just a signature on a piece of paper, like canceling a gym membership. And that's when it hit me. Not sadness. Not anger. Just how small the whole thing was. We'd been together for years, planned a life, had this whole future mapped out, and it ended with a signature. No big explosion, no grand moment of closure. Just two people deciding they were done. And that's the part that stuck with me. Not the cheating. Not the lies. Just how easy it was for her to walk away. It made me wonder if I had been fooling myself the whole time. Maybe I had been convenient. Maybe I had been a placeholder. Maybe she never really saw a future with me. She just didn't have a reason to leave, until she did. And that was the part one couldn't shake. Not heartbreak. Not betrayal. Just the realization that I had been nothing special. You ever clean your place and find something you thought you threw out? A receipt from some gas station, a sock with no pair, a hoodie that shouldn't be there. That happened to me the other night. I wasn't looking for anything, just clearing out the closet, trying to make room for, honestly, I don't even know what. But there it was. The hoodie. Her hoodie. Well, mine, but she wore it more than I did. And for some reason, I didn't throw it away. I just stared at it. It didn't make me angry. Didn't make me sad either. It was just there. Kind of like she used to be. And now she wasn't. I thought about what I was supposed to do with it. Burn it? Dramatic. Trash it? Too easy. Keep it? Weird. I ended up just shoving it back where I found it. Not for sentimental reasons. Not because I was holding on to anything. Just because I didn't care enough to make a decision. That's how most things have been since the divorce. A series of decisions I don't care about. Move into a new place? Sure. Take whatever apartment's available. Fine. Order the same food 3 nights in a row? Whatever. People keep asking if I'm okay. Family, coworkers, even people who barely know me. Like they heard through the grapevine, and now they want to get their good person points for checking in. It's not that I mind. It's just, I don't have a good answer for them. Okay, isn't the word I'd use. But I'm not miserable. I'm not crying in the shower or drinking myself unconscious. I just exist. Wake up, go to work, come home, repeat. It's not sad. It's just life. I work more than I should. Not because I love it, but because it fills time. Work is predictable. No surprises, no bullshit. Meetings, emails, deadlines. People talking about things that don't matter, pretending they do. It's like watching a bad TV show that you've already seen 100 times. You don't like it, but it's on, and changing the channel takes effort. Nights are weird. Too quiet. I used to complain when she'd leave the TV on while falling asleep. The glow of the screen, the hum of voices. Now the silence feels heavier than the noise ever did. I should go out more. That's what everyone keeps saying. Get back out there! Like I'm supposed to throw myself into the dating pool the second the ink dries on the divorce papers. Like a rebound will fix everything. I tried once. Downloaded a dating app. Made a half-assed profile. Swiped through faces I didn't care about. Got a few matches. Never messaged any of them. Just closed the app and never opened it again. I don't know if I'm not ready or if I just don't want to. Either way, I don't lose sleep over it. You know what I do lose sleep over? Stupid shit. Like the weird knocking sound my sink makes. Or the fact that my fridge door doesn't close all the way unless I push it hard. Or the way the carpet smells like whatever cheap cleaner the last tenant used to cover up God knows what. The little things get to me more than the big ones. My cracked phone screen. My neighbor's dog that won't shut up. The way my jacket zipper always gets stuck at the same spot. But my ex? The woman I married and divorced in the same goddamn month? She barely crosses my mind. And when she does, it's not like some movie montage of what we had. It's not the good moments or even the bad ones. It's random shit. The way she used to pick food off my plate like she didn't have her own. The way she'd hum songs under her breath, but never knew the lyrics. The way she always flicked the lighter 3 times before actually lighting a candle. It's weird what sticks. One day, she'll be just another name I don't think about. Just another number I deleted without a second thought. I don't need some grand moment of closure. I don't need to forgive, forget, or find meaning in any of it. I just need to keep going.